You're listening to the Hair Radio Morning Show. I'm Kerry Hines. Now, we have a very, very special guest with us today. The Hair Radio Morning Show would like to welcome Mr. Shelly Garrett. Good morning and welcome to the Hair Radio Morning Show.
Well, good morning, and it's a pleasure being here with you.
Oh, well, I think the pleasure is ours today. Well, Shelly, I have to say, first of all, everybody knows your name. And certainly everyone is familiar, of course, with the wonderful play. I mean, you really have just knocked it out of the box and just have been such an inspiration to everyone. But just let's go back a little bit. It's actually Shelly Garrett's Beauty Shop, and it's the 30-year anniversary.
Yes, it is.
So, yes. Tell us about it.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud to have gone 30 years. The show has grown and changed, and we're starting in Newark, New Jersey, on October 29th.
29th.
On 29th over at Symphony Hall, and then we're going to do the King's Theater in Brooklyn.
Right in my neck of the woods here in Brooklyn. Yes, I love that. So now, tell us. Yes, likewise. Now, tell us again, Shelly, why? What is the big celebration about, and what does it mean to you to be doing this? To be celebrating 30 years of Beauty Shop the play.
Well, it's a show I'm very proud of. There's been one sitcom, ABC sitcom based on Beauty Shop, and 3 feature films. So, it's been running a while. It has set records all over the country, all over America. When we first started, we started in the tour started. Now, Beauty Shop ran in Los Angeles for 2 years, but we started the tour in September 26, 1989. We started in Detroit at Detroit's Music Hall, which is a 1,700 seater. And of course, the tour was always 8 shows a week. Now,
wow.
The promoter had booked 4 weeks on the first leg of the tour. And he booked 4 weeks, 8 shows a week. And 10 days before we even got to Detroit, every single performance was sold out. So
how did that feel?
It felt strange to me because that had never happened. I mean, we always sold out in L.A. In L.A., I wasn't doing 8 shows a week. I was doing weekends. I was doing Thursday through Sunday. Okay? But to do 8 shows a week, I mean, Tuesday through Sunday with matinees on Saturday and Sunday, it was a lot of work. I will say this, but it was a proud thing for me. And we would leave there. I remember leaving Detroit. They wanted us to stay longer, but the promoters had already booked 66 cities. Okay,
amazing.
So we left Detroit, went to D.C. To the Warner Theater, and we stayed there 2 weeks. Went back to Detroit, went to New York, and on and off at New York's Beacon Theater, we did 13 weeks. I think the first time we went there, it was 8 shows a week for 6 weeks, and we outsold the #1 Broadway show at the time, which was Cats.
Yes, I remember, man.
Yeah, when we outsold Cats, we were really the lead story on all the TV shows, the TV news programs in New York. And, I mean, it was just something special. But Beauty Shop ended up touring for 3.5 years, 66 cities. And I shut it. It shut it down. I did another show called The Living Room. It did 30 cities, but people still wanted Beauty Shop. So I did Beauty Shop Part 2, which was a 50-city tour. And it was out for 2.5 years. So since then, I've done Okay, I've done Beauty Shop Part 2, Beauty Shop 10 years later, Beauty Shop under new management.
Oh my Lord, I love
Beauty
it.
Shop
I love it.
2000, Beauty Shop 2010, Beauty Shop 2011. Now we're doing. We did the for Raising Whitney. You know Kim Whitley's uh,
Yes,
television on the OWN network. We did the 25-year anniversary. 3 episodes of that show, and they said it was the highest rated, three shows that they'd ever had.
absolutely. And she's so
Yeah,
funny and talented.
yeah, she is, and that's where she started in Beauty Shop. Had never been on stage
Wow.
in her life, and started in the original Beauty Shop playing Sister Rosemary.
Wow. Well, we have to say, for those the few out there, Shelley, who may not be familiar, now we know there's maybe just one person who's been under that rock. So tell us, a little bit about the show itself, and perhaps, why the characters resonate so much with the audience.
Well, I think the show is funny. People love and need to laugh. But
Yes.
it's different. It's unlike any other stage play. I would think, and I've tried to make it like that. First of all, we never leave the beauty shop. We don't go to somebody's.
Mm.
We don't go here. The show never leaves the beauty shop, and that's
Love it.
that's something that you have to be really sharp on stage to keep an audience attention on never leaving a scene. You know, I just
That's
go
right.
with different characters. Different characters come into the beauty shop because that's what really happens. You know, some of the characters are funny. Some of the characters are nuts. They're crazy, strange.
Just like in real life.
In real life, exactly, in real life, and it's a beautiful love story. It's all about a love story, not just the strange characters. It ends up being a beautiful love story. There's a full-figured owner of the beauty shop. The shop is called Divas Unleashed, and everybody in the shop thinks they're diva. So, but the owner of the shop, Margaret Banks, is full-figured, and so
All right.
Chris is the male hairdresser who just happens to be gay, and he wants to tell a lot of jokes or insults to Margaret, but she never lets him get away with it. Never, never, never. So there's never any disrespect. But at the end, she's the only one who has a man. She's the only one who gets the man. And the show has a beautiful, beautiful wedding, and it's she and Derek Monk. Now, Derek Monk was James Brown's producer for 20 years.
Wow.
And Derek Monk sang at James Brown's funeral at the Apollo Theater. But he's in the show. We have Jackie Christie from Basketball Wives LA. I've got Shirley Jones, lead singer of the Jones Girls.
Oh, yes. Shout
yeah,
out.
Willie Brown and Woody. He's a national ventriloquist, hysterical.
Yes.
He's done the Ricky Smiley show and so many other things. Well, it's I don't want to give it away, but
No, we got to come out and see it now. Don't tell us all the secrets.
but it's all about the It's all about not the manicures. It's all about the receptionists and Willie Brown and Woody, and it's hysterical. So that's all I'm going to say on that part.
Now, I have to say, let's switch gears just a tad because I want to talk about some of the folks that you've inspired. Now, you mentioned about Kim Whitley, and she was certainly one that has been inspired by you. But there have been so many others, including, we have to talk about Mr. Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Now, Shelley, I have to say, to me, and this is from the fan side, looking, it seems to me that there would not be possibly a Tyler Perry if there hadn't been, if there wasn't a Shelly Garrett. So is that just the way I'm looking at it, or I've heard other folks say that, so I don't think I'm alone in that. But tell me what your thoughts are. I know that that you have inspired him as well, I'm sure.
Well, Tyler is from New Orleans. He was living in New Orleans. When the show came to New Orleans at the Singer Theater on Canal Street, he came and saw the show 3 times. Now, that was before he was, quote unquote, Tyler Perry. He was not a playwright at the time,
and he certainly wasn't Medea.
Oh no, none of that. And the theater manager, her name is Gail, told me that the same guy is coming to watch the show. And she said this then was the 3rd time. He sat all the way in the back, and he had a clipboard and a pen with him.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah. She asked him what was he doing. She didn't know what he was doing. And he says, I'm taking notes because this is what I want to do in life. And I will tell you right now, he has done it. He's done it well, and I'm extremely proud of him.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and you have now. That's some of the notable folks that you've inspired. But there are tons of folks out here, that have seen your plays and that you have inspired. I say quietly inspired. And myself certainly can be counted in that bunch. As a playwright in the budding stage. What kind of advice? I know everybody hits you up for advice. What kind of advice, though, would you pass along to someone like myself who is just getting the play started and is working it and trying to get it to stage, along the same route, kind of like, that you've taken?
Well, I do these playwrights workshops. I do playwright workshops and I do actors workshops.
Wow.
But I think my advice is always the same, whether you're an actor or a playwright or whatever you do. First, you must have a dream. Second, never give up on your dream, ever. It will happen. Just be patient. Never give up on your dream. I've always said that, and I tell everyone that. I told, David E. Talbert, the playwright, and he's been very successful at it. He came to see the show when we were playing Beverly Hills, and he brought with him Babyface. And
get out. The producer.
Yeah. So they had a great time, and David went on and started writing beautiful plays, and now he's doing movies. I think his last movie was Baggage Claim.
Yes.
I think some of the other people that Michael Matthews out of Detroit, I think his first play was called Mama Don't, if you can remember that. Mama Don't. I think I did, yes. Yeah, but I know he came to see the show when we were in Los Angeles, and he's from Detroit, and when we went to Detroit, he came and saw it. And, wanted to talk and the whole bit.
Well, what about Wendy Raquel Robinson from The Game and the Steve Harvey Show? She's also spoken about this.
Yeah, Wendy just out of Howard University. She graduated out of Howard, came to L.A., and came and auditioned. And she was fabulous. So it was her first professional stage play other than a school play, a play that she did at Howard.
Amazing.
And I kept her in Beauty Shop in the original Beauty Shop. I kept her there for 2 years, and then when I started the Living Room, I had them both on tour at the same time, Beauty Shop and the Living Room. And so I moved her, and she played the lead character over there, Venus Stratford, in the Living Room. So it's been me, Whitley, Wendy Raquel Robinson, the late Michael Clark Duncan, Had him
Yes.
in Beauty Shop
Yes.
Part 2. Who else? It's been so many people.
Well, I want to ask you. That's a good point because you know, when the movie hit, the first movie came out, and with Queen Latifah, well, that particular movie, the Beauty Shop movie.
Yeah.
How did that feel to have Queen Latifah starring in one of your movies? I mean, that must, you know, how did that make you feel, Shelly?
Oh, they're very proud, very proud. Not only the Beauty Shop movie, then there was the Salon with Terrence Howard and Vivica A. Fox.
Yes.
We sat there and watched the previews together in Culver City before it hit the movies. Then there was hair show with Monique. You know. So
yes, all of those. Yes.
Let me tell you who else. Let me tell you who else I started, and who had never been on stage before. Omari Hardwick from Power.
Yeah. Wow.
And I had him actually as the male exotic dancer in the show.
Really?
So,
wow.
Yeah. I mean, he had some lines, yes, but his main thing was the male exotic dancer, and I still have
amazing
male exotic Beauty Shop. Yeah.
Wow. Well, first, yes, this has been fantastic. First of all, if you've just joined us, you're listening to the Hair Radio Morning Show. I'm Kerry Hines, and my very, very special guest that we've been chatting with is Mr. Shelly Garrett. You guys know him from Beauty Shop fame. We are excited to have him with us on this show. He's been an inspiration to many. Now, I have to say, Shelly, this is just just extraordinary to have you with us today. Now, I also have heard about a special honor regarding the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History. Can you tell us what this is about?
Well, I was notified about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago that I was inducted into the Smithsonian, and the strange thing about it, my wife and I were watching President Obama and the First Lady during the inauguration of the museum, because it just opened a week and a half ago. And it just opened, and it's actually sold out already until the end of January, right? So
amazing.
So I didn't know I was in the museum when I was watching the president, doing the official opening of the museum.
Right.
And a few days later, I got the email and an invitation to go. So I think my wife and I are gonna go up there on the 13th of this month and actually see it and witness it for ourselves. But they sent the poster, one of the original Beauty Shop posters when we were playing Philadelphia. It was now called the Miriam, but at the time it was called the Schubert Theater.
Oh, of course. Well, I'm from Philadelphia, so I remember the Schubert Theater.
Yeah.
Uptown Theater and all.
Well, they changed the name now to the Miriam Theater. But it was
a Miriam. Well, see, I'm glad you told me that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Right.
Well, now, amazing. Well,
so I feel I'm very humble and honored to be in the museum, and I just can't wait to see it.
It's just been a remarkable day to have you as part of the Hair Radio Morning Show and recognizing some of these amazing contributions to the world. We just love it. Now, I have to kind of go full circle here. I want to remind everybody that Beauty Shop is playing at the end of this month, October, on the 20th in Newark, New Jersey, at Symphony Hall. So just to remind everybody about that. And then the next day on Sunday, October 30th in Brooklyn, New York. So, but all the information, you have it online, Shelly. What is your website information where everybody can see the details?
Okay, my website is Shelly, Shelly, Garrett, GARRETT, entertainment, spelled all the way out, .com. So it's ShellyGarrettEntertainment.com. So I think.
And I love your website.
Oh,
yes, you can Google you as well.
Yeah, you could Google me, and I think the website is the first thing that comes up.
Absolutely. And I love your website because it has all of the information. It tells you everything that you want to see and allows you to just click right there, and you'll go there. You don't have to go through a whole lot of convoluted navigation. So I love it. It was perfect, and so I said I have to pass that along to your folks there. So thank you, Shelly. Well, listen, are there any last comments or shout outs or anything you want to leave with us today? Of course, we want to remind everybody to come out and see the play. It's the 30th anniversary of Beauty Shop, the stage play. So we want to remind everybody. After Newark, this is a big tour, so we want to, again, send everybody to your website, and then they can see where the other cities are and all of that if they, would like to come to Newark and then go to some of the other cities as well and all
Newark
of that.
Is 8 p.m. performance, and Brooklyn is a 2 p.m. matinee. 2 p.m. matinee, Brooklyn. Tickets
we'll be at both.
And tickets are available at all Ticketmaster locations or Ticketmaster.
Wonderful.
But
wonderful. Anything? Yes. And is there anything that you want to leave us with today? A final thought or anything like that?
Well, I look forward to seeing everyone in Newark and or Brooklyn. I've never played Brooklyn before. We always played the Beacon in Manhattan. So I'm looking very forward to playing Brooklyn. I understand it's a beautiful venue. It's 3,000-seater. And I just look forward to just meeting everyone. I want to come out in the lobby and say hello and take pictures and get everyone's autograph.
Well, listen, this has just been phenomenal. And we so appreciate it, Mr. Shelly Garrett, and just excited for all the success. And we'll be celebrating, one day we'll be looking back and celebrating the 50th year for the show. And we're just Beauty Shop is just going to keep right on going. So we love it.
I hope you're right. And I look very, very much forward to meeting you as well.
And I want to shout out to your amazing team and Steve and everybody associated. They've just been fantastic, and it's no surprise that you're so successful at what you do. Thank you so much, Mr. Shelly Garrett.